Welcome to the podcast, where a passion meets purpose and limits are challenged. I'm your host, Eleonora Gendelman. Let's start bending reality. Right now, in this moment, your brain is rewiring itself. Every single thought you think is physically changing your brain structure. This isn't some abstract concept. This is the literal power you possess right this second to transform your entire life. What if I told you that all limitations exist only because your brain has been conditioned to accept them as truth? What if I showed you that by understanding how your brain works, you could literally program yourself for success, health, and abundance? The latest research proves that your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening in your environment and what you are thinking about. This means you have the power to create new neural pathways, new possibilities, simply by changing your thoughts. The truth that most people never realize is this: the key to everything you've ever wanted isn't hidden in some secret formula or locked away in some distant future. It's right here, right now, in between your ears. Your brain is the most powerful technology on this planet, and you are about to learn exactly how to use it to create the life you've always dreamed of. This isn't about positive thinking. This isn't about hoping things will get better. This is about understanding the science of transformation and using it to completely revolutionize your reality. Because once you understand how your brain works, you'll never look at your life the same way again. Scientists used to think that once you reached a certain age, your brain was fixed like concrete. But now we know this isn't true at all. Your brain is constantly molding and reshaping itself based on your thoughts and experiences. Every time you have a thought, your brain cells make new connections. These connections are like tiny electrical wires in your brain. When you think the same thought over and over, these connections get stronger, just like a path gets clearer the more people walk on it. This is why you can walk or cycle or drive home from work without even thinking about the route. Your brain has built a super strong pathway for that particular pattern. Your brain can tell the difference between what's happening in your outer world and what you are thinking about in your inner world. When you think about something that makes you happy, your brain releases the exact same chemicals as if that happy thing was actually happening. Your body starts to feel the emotion before the event occurs. Every time you think about something, your brain releases chemicals that make your body feel exactly like that thing is happening. This is why worry makes you feel anxious. Your body is responding to your thoughts as if the worst-case scenario is actually happening right now. But here's the good news. You can use the same process to create any reality you want. Just like your brain has learned automatically response to negative thoughts with stress and anxiety, you can teach it to respond to new thoughts with confidence and possibility. The pathways that lead to limitations can be replaced with pathways that lead to liberation. And that's where the real magic begins. Because once you understand that your thoughts are physically changing your brain, you realize you're not stuck with your current reality. You're not bound by your past. You're not limited by your current circumstances. You are only limited by your ability to think, feel, and believe in new possibilities. Now, let's talk about how to actually apply this knowledge to transform your life. Your past is like a movie that keeps playing in your mind. Every morning, you wake up and unconsciously press play on the same thoughts, which create the same feelings, which lead to the same behaviors. This is why most people live the same day over and over again. They are running the same mental program on repeat. Let me show you how this works. Think about your morning routine. You probably don't have to think about how to brush your teeth or your route to work. Your body knows exactly what to do. That's because 95% of who you are by the time you are 35 years old is a set of Memorize behaviors, emotional reactions, beliefs, and perceptions that function like a computer program. These programs started when you were young. Maybe someone told you that you were not good enough or smart enough or talented enough. You believed them. That belief created an emotion, perhaps sadness or insecurity. When you felt that emotion again and again, it became familiar. And here's the thing about human beings. We are addicted to familiar feelings, even when those feelings do not serve us. Your brain is like a factory that produces chemicals based on what you think and feel. When you think about past experiences, your body produces the exact same chemicals it produced during those experiences. This is why you can feel angry just by thinking about something that happened years ago. Your body doesn't know the difference between then and now. But here's where your power lies. You can interrupt this program at any moment. The first step is becoming aware of thoughts and feelings. Awareness is the first step to change. Start paying attention to your mental states. When you feel stressed, anxious, or limited, pause and ask yourself, is this feeling coming from my present experience or is it a program from my past? You have to break the habit of being yourself. Every time you catch yourself wanting an old program, you have a choice. You can press play on the same old movie or you can change the channel. This isn't about fighting your thoughts or suppressing your feelings. It's about consciously choosing a new state of being. At first, it took all your attention. You had to think about balancing, pedaling all at once. But once you learned it, it became automatic. Your brain had created a program for riding a bike. Creating a new way of being works the same way. At first, it takes conscious effort. You have to remind yourself to think and feel in new ways. But with practice, these new patterns become automatic. The key is consistency. You can't expect to change your life by changing your thoughts for one day. You have to be willing to feel uncomfortable. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. When you stay committed to a new thought pattern, even when your body is screaming for the familiar, that's when real transformation begins. This brings us to the most exciting part, becoming your future self. Because once you break free from the programs of the past, you can begin creating the future you've always dreamed of. Your power to change anything in your life exists in one place only, this present moment. Not in your memories of the past, not in your dreams of the future, but right here, right now. This moment is where you can step out of automatic programming and into conscious creation. Most people spend their lives trapped between two states, remembering the past or worrying about the future. When they remember the past, their bodies produce the same chemicals of those old experiences. When they worry about the future, they are using the past to predict what's coming next. In both cases, they are missing the most important moment, now. The present moment is your point of power because it's the only place where change is possible. You can't change what happened yesterday and you can't change what will happen tomorrow until you change what you're doing right now. This moment is your door to transformation. The present moment is not just a point in time, it's a field of energy. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts and emotions are sending out signals all the time, like a radio tower broadcasting to the universe. The frequency you broadcast in this moment determines what you will attract into your life. Staying present while creating your future might sound like a contradiction, but it's actually the secret to manifestation. When you are truly present, you're not bound by your past identity or limited by your fears about the future. You are free to choose who you want to be. Right now, close your eyes for a moment. Feel your body sitting here or standing wherever you are. Notice your breath. This is presence in the state. You are not running old programs. You are not living in memories. You are fully here, fully aware, fully alive. This is where your power lies. From this present moment awareness, you can begin to generate new energy frequencies. If you want more abundance, you generate the feeling of abundance now. If you want better health, you generate the feeling of vitality now. If you want loving relationships, you generate the feeling of love now. Your body doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. The key is to stay present while doing this creative work. Do not slip into thinking about how things were or worrying about how they might be. Stay right here in this moment, feeling what you want to create as if it's already happened. This is how you broadcast the frequency of your desired future into the quantum field. Here's a practical way to do this. Set aside time each day to sit quietly and practice being present. Start with your breath. Then once you're centered in the now, begin to generate the feelings of what you want to create. Do not try to figure out how it will happen. Do not worry about when it will happen. Just stay present with the feeling. Great inventors, artists, innovators access their creativity through presence. They don't create by living in the past or worrying about the future. They create by being fully present and open to new possibilities. Speaking of possibilities, let's talk about how to consciously create your new reality. Here's the truth about creating your new reality. It's not about hoping, wishing, or even working harder in the same old ways. It's about following a precise formula that combines your thoughts, feelings, and energy in a specific way. I'm going to share this formula with you, and if you follow it exactly, your life will begin to change in ways you never thought possible. Let's start with the foundation of creation. Everything in your life right now, your health, your relationships, your bank account, your career, is a reflection of your past thoughts and emotions. To create something new, you need to think and feel in new ways. To create something new, you need to think greater than your current circumstances. But here is the key. You must think and feel the new reality before it shows up in your physical world. The formula works like this: clear intention, elevated emotion, unwavering belief in a new reality. Let me break this down step by step. First, clear intention. You need to know exactly what you want to create, not a vague idea, but a crystal clear vision. If you want better health, what does that look like? How do you move? How do you feel when you wake up? If you want financial abundance, what exact number are you creating? Do not be afraid to be specific. The universe loves clarity. Next, elevated emotion. This is where the most people miss the mark. They think about what they want, but they feel worried, doubtful, or frustrated. Remember what we learned about energy and frequency. Your emotions are broadcasting signals. If you are thinking about abundance but feeling lack, guess which signal is stronger? Your feelings always win. Close your eyes and actually step into your vision. If you are creating a successful business, feel the satisfaction of seeing those profit numbers. Feel the excitement of working with your ideal clients. Feel the gratitude of making a bigger impact. Make it so real that your body believes it's happening right now. And third, unwavering belief. This is where you have to become greater than your environment, greater than your current circumstances. When your external world shows you nothing has changed yet, can you maintain your new thoughts and elevated emotions? This is the test that determines whether your creation becomes reality. Here's a visualization technique you can use every morning before you check your phone or start your day. Sit quietly for 20 minutes. Start by focusing on your heart center. Feel appreciation for something in your life. This raises your energy frequency. Then, with your eyes closed, begin to create scenes of your new reality in your mind. Make these scenes as detailed as possible. Use all your senses. If you're creating a new home, what does it smell like? How does sunlight fall through the windows? What sounds do you hear? Feel the texture of the furniture. Generate the emotions of living there. Joy, peace, gratitude. Make it so real that you forget about your current reality. The key is to do this every single day with the same intensity, the same clarity, the same elevated emotions. You are literally installing new neurological hardware in your brain. You are programming your body to expect this new reality. You are broadcasting a new signal into the quantum field. When you open your eyes, you must navigate your days as if what you created in your meditation is already done. If you're creating financial abundance, make decisions from that abundant state. If you're creating perfect health, make choices as that healthy person would make. Your daily actions must match your vision. This isn't about pretending or fooling yourself. This is about understanding that your current reality is just the result of your past thinking and feeling. To create something new, you must become someone new in your mind first. The external world will reorganize itself to match your new internal state. And this brings us to something even more fascinating. How your connection to the quantum field accelerates this entire process. Everything you see around you, this room, your body, your phone, is made of energy that's vibrating at specific frequencies. Scientists call this the quantum field of unlimited potential. Think about this field like an invisible ocean of energy that connects everything. Just like you can't see radio waves, but you know they exist because your radio picks up the signal. You can't see the quantum field, but you can experience its effects in your life. Your consciousness, your thoughts, feelings, and intentions are constantly interacting with this field. Scientists discovered that the act of observing particles changes how they behave. What does this mean for us? It means our attention, our focus, our consciousness literally affect the world around us. Whatever you focus on with sustained attention and emotion begins to materialize in your physical reality. But here's the key. Become aware of what you're observing. Most people unconsciously observe what they do not want and then wonder why they keep getting more of it. Become conscious of your unconscious observation. Focus on what you want, not what you do not want. Start paying attention to what you are paying attention to. What possibilities are you collapsing into reality through your habitual thinking and feeling? The quantum field responds to coherent signals. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're perfectly tuned to a station, the signal comes through clearly. When your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are all aligned with what you want to create, you are sending a coherent signal into the field. This is why the formula we discussed earlier, clear intention plus elevated emotion plus unwavering belief, works so powerfully. Every time you sit down to meditate, to visualize, to feel your future reality, you're not just doing a mental exercise. You are literally interacting with a quantum field, collapsing specific possibilities into reality, bending reality. You are becoming the conscious creator of your life. Now let's talk about how to put all of this into practice with specific daily routines that will help you maintain this powerful connection to the field. The most powerful time to change your brain and body to communicate with the quantum field is first thing in the morning. In those precious moments between sleeping and starting your day, your brain is most receptive to new information. Here's exactly what you need to do to make every morning a gateway to transformation. So, wake up 20 minutes earlier than you normally would. I know what you're thinking, you need that extra sleep. But what you really need is time to program your brain for success. Before the world starts demanding your attention, before you check your phone, before you think about your problems, sit up straight and close your eyes. Start with your breathing. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. With each inhale, feel energy moving up your spine. With each exhale, let go of yesterday's emotions. Let's do it all together. Deep inhale and exhale. This simple practice begins to shift your brainwaves from beta, the thinking mind, to alpha, the creative receptive state, where change happens. Place your attention in your heart. Think of someone or something you truly love. Feel genuine appreciation flowing through your body. This isn't just a nice feeling. You're actually changing your heart rhythm coherence, which helps synchronize your brain and body. You're tuning your entire system to a higher frequency. Next comes the emotional rehearsal, the most crucial part of your morning practice. Choose one future event you want to create. It could be closing a big deal, experiencing perfect health, or meeting your soulmate. Create the scene in your mind crystal clear. And the key is you must feel it with such intensity that your body believes it's happening right now. During your meditation, if thoughts of your current reality try to pull you back, gently return to your vision. Stay in the creative state. Keep generating those elevated emotions. You are sending new signals into the field. You are becoming a new person. End your morning practice with gratitude, not for what you want, but for what's already happening. Feel it as if your creation is complete. This sends a powerful message to both your subconscious mind and the quantum field that what you're creating is already done. Carry this energy into your day. When challenges arise, and they will, return to the feeling state you generated in your morning practice. Let that elevated emotion guide your choices and responses. Remember, consistency is key. One morning of practice will not change your life, but doing this every single day will create unstoppable momentum. And speaking of momentum, let's talk about how to recognize the signs that your transformation is already happening. When you start seeing yourself differently, your entire world begins to shift. Becoming your future self isn't something that happens in the distant future. It starts with how you show up right now in this moment. Let me share with you exactly how this transformation unfolds. At first, maybe you notice you're responding differently to old triggers. Situations that used to stress you out do not affect you the same way. You start making decisions from a place of possibility rather than limitation. These small shifts are actually huge victories. They are evidence that your brain is literally rewiring itself. You'll also notice synchronicities increasing in your life. Opportunities that align with your vision start appearing. People who can help you reach your goals suddenly show up. This isn't magic. It's what happens when you are in coherence with a quantum field. You are operating at a different frequency, so you are attracting different experiences. The biggest test comes when facing your old life. Can you stay true to your future self when your environment hasn't caught up yet? This is where most people fall back into old patterns. But if you can hold steady, if you can keep making choices as your future self would make them, that's when the quantum field must respond. Remember, this new self already exists in the field of infinite possibilities. Every time you choose to act as that version of you, you are collapsing that reality into your present moment. Every decision, every response, every action is either moving you toward or away from your future self. The time to live as your future self is now. Not when everything is perfect, not when all conditions are met, but right now in this moment. Because by being that person now, you create the conditions for that reality to emerge. This isn't about pretending or forcing change. It's about allowing yourself to evolve naturally into who you are becoming. Trust the process. Trust the new patterns forming in your brain. Trust the signals you are sending into the field. The greatest gift you can give yourself is permission to become someone new. Your past does not define your future. Your current circumstances do not limit your potential. You are a powerful creator connected to an infinite field of possibilities. The key to everything you've dreamed of isn't in some distant future. It's in your decision to be different right now. Choose wisely, choose consistently, choose as if your ideal future is already here. Because in the quantum field, it is. If you found this episode valuable, please rate, review, and share with someone who would benefit as well. Thank you for choosing yourself, doing the work, and creating change. Keep living with purpose.